Great. First of all, if you are happy to keep your video on, please do and grab a yoga mat, a very firm yoga mat, so that you don't slip. If you have any knee issue, you can have one of these for your knee. Yes, Nihaji. So we have a session for spine care. I guess it's on day 5 or something. So we will discuss for scoliosis as well. But yeah, thanks for keeping us informed about the requirement that you have. Yeah, great. Okay. Again, if you have any requirement, keep sending us, and then we will dive into the introduction. I was saying, have a yoga mat with you, or at least a chair. You can do these sessions on a chair as well. We will be modifying it, at least in the first week. If you're not able to sit on the floor, you can have a block to sit on. Yes, neck stiffness. We have a session tomorrow for neck, shoulder, and head region. So yeah, please do join us tomorrow for the next session. Thanks, Bharati, or is it Shri Bharati, for joining us. Yeah, tomorrow is neck, shoulder, and I would request to mute yourself so that I can hear from everyone. Bharti, if you want to introduce, feel free to. We just started the session a few minutes back. Thanks for joining us. And then if you have a bolster or a pillow, please do have it with you so that it's easy for you for maybe sitting or lying down. It'll be useful for the coming sessions, not for today. Great. So yoga mat, a block or a pillow. So I do have like a small pillow to sit down as well. And a few things for knee if you have knee pain. So let's dive in if you are happy to. So this is the 21 days of yoga challenge. So we'll look into a few physical for yoga for physical body in the first week, starting with neck, as I mentioned, and then we'll go into maybe hips, and then you will have different series for different physical parts of the body. And then in the second week, we will have session for your health. So we'll go more into your system. So we have the 11 body system that we will look into it. Our respiratory system, cardiovascular system, yoga. We do have different parts of yoga as well. So this is mostly the Raja Yoga, the path of Raja Yoga. We do have Bhakti Yoga, the Karma Yoga, and the Jnana Yoga. Great. Okay. Any questions on this or anything about the requirement that you have for this journey? Please do let us know. And I would the request that I have is if you can join from our platform, which is yogachallenge.co.uk, you will get all the Zoom link automatically to your email. And also we have a community. So if you have any questions or, for example, you might have neck stiffness. So if you have anything, any requirement or anything that you want to ask, you have a community, and the teachers and the practitioners, they can answer together, and yeah, you can have a conversation together. So that's the motive behind having that platform. Great. Okay, so let's dive into the session. I'm going to keep all the props aside. I might use a block. So if you want to sit on a block or on a chair, that's absolutely fine. Please try to practice with me if you're happy to, because yoga is an experiential thing. You can't experience it just by watching it. You have to practice it to experience it. So if anyone wants to say what is yoga according to you, feel free to share with us. You can even write in the comment or in the Yoga Challenge website. Yeah, but what I've learned from this, with so many years of practice. So I started off with meditation to begin with, my yoga practice with Aurobindo Ashram. Only then I went into art of living, again with breathing technique. So for me, it was the other way around of usually people getting into yoga, of the physical practice and then to breathing technique and then to meditation. It was a reverse for me. Um, so during this almost 20 to 25 years of practice, um, it was mainly Patanjali Yoga Sutra that was like a Bible for me, at least, and for many yoga teachers around the world. In There are few definitions of yoga. One of them is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which means the modulation of mind is yoga. If you think getting your leg behind the head is yoga, it could be, but um, the main definitions are defined in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So keeping your mind in the chitta state, we will look into what is chitta and things maybe in the later stage. Patanjali says that is yoga. And we do all these practices, what we look in these 21 days, we do for that, um, to have the mind in the chitta state. And the other definition is from the Bhagavad Gita, uh, which says yogastu kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhi siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Which means having balance in life is yoga. So it could be a win or loss, or if you're happy or sad, or anything, you always have like two sides of the coin. Seeing both of them equally is yoga, is what our Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Likewise, we have many definitions, which we'll look into in the future days. Yeah, so great. So we saw what is yoga, and we saw what are your requirements, and what are we going to do in this 21 days. It's very much structured, but yoga again is about accepting uh, the things and the people as they are. So we might have some changes. You never know. Um, the one main thing that I would say is listen to your body when you practice yoga. That's the highest priority when you do a physical or the mental practices. Sit in any comfortable position. So we'll start the practice and we'll do few practices for 15 minutes, very simple ones. If you want to sit on a chair, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to sit on a yoga mat, that's absolutely fine as well. Just setting up the so that you can all see me. Great, okay. Um, Great. So let's come into a comfortable seated position. So let's practice. We'll have our hands either having all our fingers wide open and placing it on top of your thigh, the palm facing the ceiling, or you can have your index finger touching the thumb in Jnana Mudra, which increases your concentration and focus, placing it on top of your thigh with palm facing the ceiling so that the energy comes inwards. And then if you're happy, have your eyes closed. We're going to chant Om for 3 times. Then I'll define what is Om, how to practice Om. If you're happy, you may chant along with me or you may listen. First of all, let's take a deep breath in with your eyes open or closed. And breathe out with a smile. Let go of any tensions, Anything that's in your mind, just set aside and focus in the yoga practice, being in the present moment. Let's take one joyful deep breath in and breathe out with a smile. Now, if you're happy, you can have your eyes closed. Let's take a breath in for Om. Om. In. Om. In through the nostril. Om. Om. Deep breath in. Relax as you breathe out. You're rubbing your hands, generate a bit of heat. Placing the cup of your palm on top of your eyes, the inner palm on top of your eyes, gently opening your eyes with a blink. Great. Thanks for joining me in chanting Om or listening. So, what actually is Om? And why do we start the practice with Om or a mantra? The Om is um, divided into three parts. It is the universal sound. Um, it has three parts, beginning with A, U, and M. The A part is mainly for our lower part of the body, the creative region, what we call in the Hindu mythology for Brahma. The U signifies the middle part of the body, the chest region, the lungs, the maintenance. So you breathe for the maintenance. And it represents in the Hindu mythology the god Vishnu, again, the maintainer. And the last part is E. It represents the destruction of any not so good things, like any thoughts in your mind which is not good, many things in the head region and the upper part of the body. And in the Hindu mythology, it's represent Shiva, who destroys what is not required. Great. Again, the combination together gives you a calm and a serene environment and prepares you for the yoga practice. And if you had chanted the mantra Om with me, you would have seen the difference before and after. Right. Let's begin with some of the physical practices if you're happy to.